Hello, I'm Taylour Tedder, City Manager for Boulder City, and welcome to the latest episode of Tedder Talks, a once-a-month look at issues and people impacting Boulder City. The staff at the Boulder City Animal Control and Animal Shelter help save lost and unwanted pets, enforce laws, and keep pets and humans safe, as well as connect abandoned, unwanted, or homeless pets with new homes. Welcome, Anne. It's great to see you today.
Hi, nice to see you.
Thank you. So I also have another special guest with me here, Sebastian. He's one of my best friends as well. So thought we would bring him for this episode.
I'm glad you did. He's very handsome.
The past few years have been really tough with COVID, followed by the tough economy right now. How is the shelter doing through all of this?
We're rebounding. Very difficult during COVID. Very difficult. A lot of animals found homes, but the ones that didn't, we were closed for a while. And it was very difficult to get those advertised, and meet and greets were not happening. So we had some long-term residents, but we're coming out. We're coming out the other side.
What are the best things that pet owners can do in case their pets get out?
Definitely make sure that your animal is wearing its collar with tags. I understand tags are noisy. At least put one tag, a city license, your information, your name, your address, your phone number, microchip, always. It's your ticket home, always.
How much is a license, and why is it important to license a pet?
We're very reasonable, $4 per animal per year. If your animal is wearing a license, not only do I know where it belongs, but I know its rabies is current. I can, in the event that it's hit by a car and I have that ID, I can follow up with the vet and find its medical information. It gives me a lot of information.
So when I first moved here, this guy got licensed right away, and
I remember.
I did the multiple years, so it's really convenient. You don't have to think about it every year.
Right, simple. When you get the rabies vaccine, you come see me, I sell you a license. I can sell you a 3-year license, big $12. And then all you have to remember is next time you get a rabies vaccine, go see animal shelter staff again and you get another license.
Can you talk to me about the program that you started helping our seniors continue to feed and care for their pets?
We had started a senior pantry, a pet pantry at the senior center. And that was going really well. And then COVID happened and the senior center and everything else was closed. And I was getting phone calls from elderly people, and they were telling me, Ann, there's no food on the shelves. You know, I can't have my seniors wandering around Henderson looking for food for their animals. So we did, I'm somewhat of a hoarder on food and supplies. So we were able to piece out 5, 10 cans, 7 cans, whatever they needed. So I started a food route on Fridays for the seniors. And so that just kind of grew from there. Now, if someone in the community needs food for their animals, we can help them. And we do help them.
When you think about people that are in tough situations, you don't really think about feeding pets or things like that. So that's just such a nice thing.
And if they happen to be on prescription food, my goodness, that's $4 a can sometimes. So that may be an indicator that that we can't do that. We have to give up our pet. But we also have prescription food that is donated to us by veterinarians, by people who no longer need that food. And all we have to do is call the vet, confirm that your animal does have that prescription need, and we give it to you for free.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's a really nice service. Wow.
Thank you. We don't waste anything.
So the shelter just had a number of renovations, and they look really good.
Don't they?
Can you tell us a little bit about some of the changes and why they were important?
Sure. We have, when you come into the lobby, we have this glorious glass wall, and we have a new wall with a door in it. We upgraded security. During COVID, we did have some issues. People like to lose their temper during COVID. So what we did, the city, thankfully, I think it came from the council, the mayor, your office, and of course, our own team here, Dave Stanton's boys did the renovation. So we did everything in-house. So I have this wonderful glass wall. And if you come up, you'll notice that our area is also fenced. Our trucks are protected from vandalism, and it's a little nicer if you're going up there at 10:30, 11 o'clock at night to bottle feed something. You don't wonder about your security anymore.
Sure. It's about the safety of everyone.
Yeah, and we have the ability to separate families too. If I'm dealing with one person and a big rowdy dog comes in, you know, they have a cat, I can move them past that wall, and so I can have two separate areas where we're waiting on people and dealing with their needs. So it's nice.
My wife Amber and I have volunteered at shelters and have adopted pets from a shelter in Kansas. So while I know the benefits of pet ownership, what are some of the things that the general public should know?
It's wonderful to give a pet a good home, but I think almost everyone finds that that animal gives much more. Especially when people age, they need their pets, they're lonely. People who live alone, they love their pets. It's at least something to come home to. I've noticed that during COVID, a lot of the seniors, they didn't have their recreation. We weren't able to go to the senior center or wherever to have lunch with their friends. They couldn't go out to dinner, play bingo, but they still had their animals. So it kept them active, it kept them happier. So I think that's a great benefit.
So what can residents do to help our shelter? Food donations, volunteering, anything else?
Right now we're in transition. We hope to open completely in January, meaning open 6 days a week. We should have staffing to do that by then. Meanwhile, we can always use Purina products. We keep our animals on Purina cat chow, Purina dog chow. If it's brown and boring, it's probably good for them. We try to stay away from red food coloring.
Sure.
We love the blankets. We love the towels, the washcloths, the hand towels. We clean with those. All of our dogs, especially in winter weather, they are provided fluffy blankets. We want them to be really comfortable. We're happy to have those things.
I just want to say the job that you do at our shelter is just absolutely wonderful, and you go above and beyond what other animal control facilities do. So
you're very kind.
Like Sebastian here, he had a broken hip, and he probably wouldn't have been saved if a third-party organization had come in and gotten him from an animal control facility. What you do, you sort the animals out and help them get better and save them with you and all your staff and volunteers.
It's very unique, our situation in our community, because your animal control is also your animal shelter staff. Across the valley, it's separate entities. So we not only pick them up, but we rehab them. We see that they're taken care of. We know their personalities. We know just about everything by the time they're ready for adoption. So there's not much lost in translation. You know, so it's a really good difference here that we have. And I have a really good team right now. So I'm very happy with the way they care, and because you have to care, it can't be just a job.
Well, thanks, Ann. You and your staff do amazing work, and I really appreciate it.
Thank you. You're very kind.
Be sure to check out Tedder Talks once a month at bcnv.org/Tedder. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next month for the next Tedder Talks. Now this guy deserves a treat.